humans, welcome to another episode of Character Create. Today we are going to be doing a werewolf punk rocker or a she-wolf punk rocker. I haven't done a female character yet, sorry about that. This is going to be, she's going to be a she-wolf, she-werewolf. So grab your paper, your pen, and your pencil and join along. So I always start with my color pencil, and I'm going to start out with some really simple shapes and sketching very lightly. So I'm going to start out with something a little bit different. I'm going to do a diamond shape. Something like that. Let's see here. And I'm going to add a long pointed rectangle coming off of that lower left part of the diamond here. And then another one, long pointed triangle coming out like this. So a lot of spiky shapes going on here, thin and spiky. So let's see, she's going to be playing a guitar. So I'm just going to put a line in here for the main part of the guitar and a half circle underneath that line over here. So I'm going to do, on top of my original diamond shape, I'm going to do another diamond shape up here. Then I'm going to square off, these are shoulders here. I'm going to square this off here like that. And let's see here. Another long, kind of bendy, banana-y shape here for an arm. Getting a bit messy, but it's all right. I'm trying to work this out. It's okay to make mistakes. For one arm here. And then another arm is going to be holding onto the top part of the guitar. So a long rectangle there and a curvy triangle like that. Same here on that shape. I'm kind of, sorry, I'm going all over on this time, but kind of a tooth shape or something like that for both forearms here, and then also down here for her lower part of her leg. So I'm going to do this sort of shape, and then a little tiny sort of half circle down here for her feet. Okay, coming together. Can kind of go, look at how messy I'm doing it. It's okay to be messy. This is how you're planning. Think of it as your skeleton, your blueprint for your character. And you can add things as you go along. But I do it like this because so I don't do all the details right away and I can easily change things around. So let's go up to her head here. She's going to be smiling, so I'm going to just give her a kind of a triangle mouth like that. And see, her eyes are going to be kind of seed shaped, I guess, or almond shaped, something like that. And little nose here, upturned nose like that, like a part of a triangle, but not the bottom bit of the triangle. And didn't make a lot of room up top. Hopefully you guys have some room up top. She needs a cool, long, kind of cool hairstyle that's, being whipped around as she's wailing on her guitar here. And I'm gonna put 2 little placeholders for ears. Then I'm gonna mark, she's gonna have like a leather vest on, leather jacket, jean jacket, something like that. So I'm gonna put 2 rectangles on either side like that. And I'm gonna give her a big chunky belt. So like a slightly bendy macaroni rectangle there. Okay, we'll see how this goes. So I'm gonna rough in her, let's see, just rough in her claws or her hands here. And I'm just gonna do a little tiny banana shape here for her claws. I'm just gonna rough that in. I'm gonna change her shape a little bit. I'm just gonna put her body like a upside down triangle here. Okay, there she is. There's our She-Wolf Rockstar. I said punk before, I don't know. I think she might be going heavy metal. I think we're going more heavy metal, more big hairband style with this one. We'll see. That's the fun part. We can all just work. Hopefully you guys come up with your own, what you want to do. So, okay, great. Now, next step, grab your pen or your marker, and now we're gonna go over and add lots of fun details here. So, I'm gonna start with her arm. She's a werewolf or a she-wolf, so I'm gonna add some fur. And let's see here. I think her fur kind of flares out on her forearms here. And I'm gonna give her a big sort of leather bracelet with some spikes on it. And now coming up to her hand here, so remember these bananas we made, and I'm just gonna fill them in, but not one end of them. Something like that. And then I'm gonna add some claws here, or fingernails. Okay, I don't really know what her outfit's gonna look like yet, but it's gonna be some sort of vest. And let's see here. Give her a high collar. And maybe pointy shoulders on these. Kind of ties in with all the shapes we're using. You know, the shapes you use in a character really can define your character's personality. I'm gonna kind of start putting in this guitar because it's in front of her body. So I want to make sure I don't forget to ink this guitar in. So guitar's gonna be kind of shaped like dripping ooze or something like that. Monsterfied guitar. I'm just gonna run that over like this. And with cartooning and stuff, I don't have to do everything perfectly how it looks like in real life, but I'm just gonna add some sort of tuners here and a bar here and maybe some circles for controls. If you really are into music, you can add your own appropriate details on your guitar. So I'm gonna put some random weird little plugs here. And then I'm gonna put some, so they don't have to be straight or anything. I'm just gonna give a hint of detail for the guitar strings. Something like that. Okay, there's my guitar. So since I'm going to guitar, I'm going to do her, her left, our right hand here. And here's these claws. And I'm going to make them look like they're sort of plucking the guitar here or changing the chords here. So again, add the fingernails, claws. Give her a bracelet with some spikes on it. And the arm, again, can be furry. And how I do fur, I talked about this, I think, on one of them before, maybe is Colonel Cupcake, that there's lots of different ways you can do fur or hair. You can do curvy spikes, and they can all be going one way, or they can be going opposite ways. It's up to you. There's lots of, or you can do just little dashes. It's up to you how you want to portray your character. So I did a little bit of a flare on her forearm. And okay, cool. I'm going to put in her big, like, kind of rock star belt here. And the buckle is going to be off-centered slightly. Maybe there's a, what's on there? There's a full moon on it. Her belt buckle. With some, put some bolts or spikes on there. So, okay, what are we gonna do here? I'm gonna give her some shorts here. And I'm gonna put a little cuffs on these shorts. Like something like that. And you can put whatever design you want on them. Just give her some pockets and stuff. And then her legs will be fur. And I have the fur always kind of going in the direction of, I guess, which way you are standing, or, you know, everything's going down, or if the hand's going up like here, you can have it going up. I'm gonna put a little, it's got some injuries from last night's show, little bandages if you want to put some details on your characters. And within the arms and legs, you can add your own little furs there. And I'm going to draw, let's see here. So like I did on the arms, I'm going to have the fur flare out. Just give it a kind of a unique look here. This character, the she-wolf. Really long fur on the bottom parts of her legs. Kind of flare out. I mean, looks like fire a little bit, but then I'm just going to give her sort of smaller feet and just have 3 claws coming out there. And I do it by just doing, I'm going to do a few shorter videos showing tips and tricks about things and how I do arms, you know, fingers and toes and eyes and all that sort of thing. So I'm going to put some claws on these toes, give a little detail. One thing I was going to do is going to put some little lightning bolts coming out of, electric shocks coming out of her guitar. Okay, coming together. So I'm going to give her a necklace or 2. And I was thinking, okay, I'm going to give her a big silver bullet necklace. Because maybe someone shot a silver bullet at her, tried to get her, but she made it into a necklace. You can add a few more if you want. Could be different shapes. And then you could add badges on her, like rock badges, or I want to put a triangle to kind of match her overall look, sharp and pointy, so different shapes and sizes. I'm going to add some pockets on here. There we go. And now here's the fun bit. We're going to do her face. So I'm going to start out with her eyes here. And female characters, I'm you know, don't always do it, but I'm going to give her a, you know, slightly heavier eye line there with some eyelashes. And I know that's not Always the case what you want to do with female characters, but okay, some pupils there. And I'm going to give her a snout. So her face is like a mix of wolf. It's not like a straight up wolf face. So I'm going to give her a big smile. She's loving playing in the band. This is kind of a fun idea. I can now, like later on in other videos, you always think, well, what's the story behind your character or whatever? Now I can draw the rest of the band. So I've got, you know, a she-wolf guitar player. So I wonder who's else is gonna be in the band. So I'd love to hear any suggestions you might have. So I'm gonna give her sort of sharp teeth here. And then I'm gonna make the corners of her mouth, you know, the cheeks coming out like same flared fur coming out. Okay, almost getting there done. And then some pointed ears coming out there. Then, let's see here. I'm gonna give her hair is gonna be flowing out like this. And with hair or anything like that, you wanna try to give some different shapes to the hair pieces coming out. And have them facing different directions. And I'm not super happy with this, but it's okay. I might do videos too where I color, you know, I can color these in and show you how I color things in Photoshop is the program I use. But you know, a lot of people I know use Procreate or other apps to use. So now I'm going to just quickly do some musical notes around her as well. And do like a variety of them, different types. All right, there she is. So I would love to see your character. Please share it with me on Instagram or TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, on here, on YouTube as well. I'd love to see it. So there she is, She-Wolf Rockstar. So hope you enjoyed that one, and we will see you next week. Bye.